Okay, everybody, this thing is awesome. It's adventure time. This one I don't think you're gonna be able to guess, maybe, but just when we thought we were kind of done buying stuff, at least for the summer, we're back at it. Jalen he found something he liked.
I can't help myself.
You can't. And then he talked me into liking it. Ooh, sorry about that. He talked me into liking it, and I have no self-control whatsoever either. So we're gonna run into town, grab the trailer, and we got about a 2-hour drive to pick up something that's right at, let's see, 70 years old. All right, hey, our favorite place to stop after a rescue, and it's on the trailer. Any guesses yet? All right, well, here it is. The Ferguson, I think it's a TO-30, 19, it was listed as a 51, or I'm sorry, a 1954, but looking at the serial number, we believe this is earlier than that. This is a 1951 Ferguson Harris TO-30, little 4-cylinder gas burner tractor. Story is, good old guy bought it to tinker with, and then unfortunately his health kind of failed him, and he had to move off his little farm place and couldn't finish his little project here. So he left it kind of in the middle of a 12-volt swap from 6-volt to 12-volt. So that needs attention, but it's got what appear to be new wheels in the back and tires, one new wheel and tire in the front, and yeah, one old tire in the front that we'll probably have to replace. Again, little 4-cylinder gas burner, 4-speed forward and reverse. Got a little 3-point on it, and bonus, so we made a little side deal on the blade. It's a push and pull blade. Real nice unit. So we're pretty excited about this 70-year-old tractor. I'll show you the number on it. It's serial number
45219.
Yep, 45219. From my little bit of research so far, the cutoff on these from number 1 to 60,000 was 1951. So I believe this is a 1951 TO-30. We're real excited. Everything looks good. The engine turns over. Sounds like it might need some brakes down the road, and we'll see. But we're gonna get this home. We'll see what happened with the 12-volt conversion. We'll go from there. But really cool grill on it. The Ferguson badging's all there. You know, just a really cool 70-year-old tractor that we happened across in 2021. But kind of similar to like a Ford 8N or 9N, probably the predecessor to that type of tractor. Just a cute little acreage tractor. And oh yeah, by the way, it was supposed to get to be like 53 degrees today, and let's see, we left home, it was 43,
and now it's 37.
We drove about 2 hours, and then we loaded this in spitting rain and snow, and it's 37 degrees, not 53. So the things we do. This isn't going to be a flip necessarily, unless somebody gets really excited about it, but we're going to put this little tractor to use on our place. It'll be very handy to have around to tug cars around, and we can blade the little bit of property we have. We might get a little shredder for it, and mainly Jalen's gonna do a little bit of shop project with this tractor
at school
and 4-H FFA stuff. So we're pretty excited. We're gonna get on home. If you have comments or questions about the tractor, if you know anything about them, any quirks, little things that we need to know would help us get this thing back up on its feet, tippy tap the comments and tell us what you know. We're gonna go find a diner or something. It's 10 after 4, and I don't think either one of us have eaten lunch. So food now. See you later. Hey, we made it home. We're in the shop. Jalen's over there. We had to rush and kind of pile all our equipment and clothes, or we had to kind of rush and pile all of our equipment and tools and stuff on the bench. So, recap, weather in the heartland of this great country we live in. Got up this morning, daughter had a basketball game about 45 miles south of here, which would be that way. It was 40 degrees. No big deal, cloudy, kind of gloomy, but we dealt with it. Great game. And came home, grabbed a trailer really quick in town, headed off. It was kind of misting and stuff, about 43 degrees. It's supposed to get up to 53 today. So we drove about 2 hours east, which is that way. The more we drove, the colder it got. We loaded this in freezing rain and snow flurries about 2 hours east of here. Lovely. It was lovely. So we drive home. Pretty simple drive home. The temperatures rose again. So we started out warm, got cold in the middle of the dang day, and then it warmed up again. We drove home in about 46 degree weather. Started unloading, and Jalen says, "Hey, did you see that lightning?" I'm like, "No, I didn't see that lightning." Well, now we're in the middle of a gosh dang thunderstorm. It's about 40 degrees or so. I think the lightning has subsided, but it was pretty ridiculous for November for a while there. That's where we're at. So we're trapped in the shop. You can probably hear the rain hitting the roof, and we're just gonna tear into this TO-30 a little bit and see if we can't, you know, make something happen. Right off the kick here, we started. Oh, Jalen's got that's our shop heat right there.
Yep.
That's heated shop. Hey, at least we got a roof over our head and a hard floor. Right off the kick though, this is the left side brake. The right side brake does work. The left side brake was stuck in the down position, which would be non-braking position, depending on how the cam works, I think. But then we started pulling on it, and lo and behold, it does move. So we're putting about 3 gallons of that on it, and we're gonna get that to where hopefully it'll work again, and this thing might have decent brakes. Otherwise, we're charging the battery. We're gonna dig into, we found some treasures in here. We have a glass bowl for the fuel shutoff underneath the that's your preliminary fuel filter for the fuel tank. Got extra glass bowl for that. Yeah, that one looks pretty clean too. And then this looks like the alternator bracket that probably came with whatever kit they were trying to manipulate under here for this alternator. And it looks like they kind of gave up on that. We've got this homemade bracketry here. We've got a bracket here.
Got a free Chinese carburetor with the purchase.
But you can see the belt does not line up at all. And then yes, free
carb,
made in China. Look, I don't know, is that the word for carburetor in Chinese? Somebody tippy tap and tell us. I mean, I don't know what else. It's either an upside down 4 or it says carb maybe, I don't know. But anyway, open it up, Jay. Yeah,
brand new.
It's from the overseas, but it's a carb. Appears to be the correct one. So we have a spare carb that came with it. That's pretty cool. So we're going to tinker a little bit, and then we'll just, you know, we've got an hour or two that we can fiddle with this, at least till the rain stops. We'll see what we can get done.
Hello everyone. We've been kind of slacking on the video, but so far we had to mess with this bracket because the belt was too loose before and it wouldn't turn, and then we got it to turn, but it made some weird noises in the transmission, so we're gonna come back to that or mess with it when we get started. And then we were messing with fuel. We got it to get gas to here, and then it would leak out of the top, so we had to replace the seal. Luckily there were like 8 of them in our little thing here, and now there's gas to the carb, so now we have a battery hooked up And all the wiring's good, and we're trying to get spark. We think it's all good. Also, I made a pretty awesome little pin right there, even though it's way too small. Don't tell anybody.
So what happened was, this tractor, the previous owner bought probably an interweb kit to switch it from a 6-volt generator charging system to a 12-volt alternator. You saw the alternator on the other side. Came with a bracket. Came with, you can see down in here. Yeah, that bracket's not going to work, but there's another one on it. Comes with the ballast resistor, so it'll work with the that's your ballast resistor right there. So it'll work with the 6-volt coil, which is right here. So I've gone through the wiring. It looks like, oops, sorry. Looks like the wiring was all kind of okay. Looks like he wired it correctly, but maybe gave up when he couldn't get the pulleys to align. So we came back over here, gonna double, we do have fuel to the carb, we're gonna double check for spark. And in doing so, we've figured out that this little ground strap for the condenser was a little loose. So we went ahead and tightened that up. And now we're going to check for spark on the points again.
Indeed. So we're gonna make sure this gets on the flat.
Close?
Keep going.
Should be there by now.
Really?
Yes. There's 4
Oh.
flats, Jake.
Never mind, I skipped it.
Okay, now you know where you're at now.
Now I know where I'm at.
You're on the bubble.
Yep.
Okay.
You're now on the flat.
In the middle of it?
Not in the middle. Keep going. One more. That's good. Okay.
So, we didn't have spark between our points. These are really old points. This other name way back in the day. But anyway, here's our 2 pads. We've actually even got some moisture of some sort in there. But we'll clean that off. Clean that gunk off of there. Hit them with the emery cloth. Otherwise, these are, let's see if I can get the focus here. These are in pretty good shape, but they had some gunk on them on either side. So we'll hit them with emery. We'll put them back in there. We'll gap them and see what happens. Still got a little blemish on it. Let's do this side.
This is how the professionals do it.
I still have a little blemish there, but overall, I think we'll be in good shape.
Okay.
I'm gonna try. We're gonna put these back in.
Just so you guys know, we broke our vise the other day, messing with stuff, so had to go to the wonderful Harbor Freight, and we've got a new one right there. So that'll get set up soon.
All right, here we go. It's gotta go over the pin. Those 2 connectors gotta go on there. It's gotta slide over the cam bolt or screw or whatever you want to call it. This guy also has to go. Come on now. There we go. There. Alright, we are happy. Sorry, I'm probably blocking with my hand, but I gotta hold this and tighten the little nut at the same time. Okay. Now we have to run it to where it's right on the middle of the lobe.
Right there. Now we are in the middle of the lobe.
So, shade tree mechanic rule is a business card or something like that to set your point gap. Hold that, yes.
Yeah.
I've got a little, this is what you get in the carb kits to set your carb float bowl and stuff like that. Measurements on your carb, so that's what I use. Oh, sorry, I'm going the wrong way. There we go. So we'll put this in between the two pads.
Probably can't see that, but
Just to where it's just touching. And it moved a little bit, so I'm gonna have to bring her back in a little bit. There, she's tightened down. When I tighten it down, it got a little tight, so I'm gonna back her off a little bit. Tighten down again. You just want that to be rubbing on both of those pads. Not tight, just you can feel it rub on both sides. So that's our gap now.
now turn ignition on.
Yes.
And get this out of the way.
See it? You may or may not be able to see that. Little sparks going on down in there.
They definitely can't
We've got spark.
Little bitty sparks.
Yeah. So we're reducing voltage down to 6 volts here, and you know that sometimes makes the spark a little harder to see, but we do have spark. Give me that rotor.
Where's
It's on the seat. Look at that, guys. Isn't that the cutest little rotor you ever seen in your whole dang life? It goes on there. A little mechanical vents going. And then one. I got two.
and ignition's on. By the way, this thing's kind of weird. You got your first, second, third, if you can kind of see the imprint, whatever, fourth, reverse, and then to start it, there's an S right there, and you just slide the shifter up and in, and it doesn't stay in. It just starts it, yeah. And I think this is the clutch, and yeah.
Okay.
Uh-oh, it ran.
Hey folks, she wants to run.
Hold on. Okay, everybody, this thing is awesome.
Go up a little bit. Yeah, there we go.
So yeah, it runs like a champ.
Got a little bit. We got an exhaust leak. You can see there's been a manifold that broke here before, and I tried to weld it. And we've got a pretty decent exhaust leak in the front of that.
You could probably hear it the whole time. It was loud.
Yeah, but here, let's just.
Yeah. Also, other than our parts car, which ran when we bought it, this is the fastest vehicle that we've gotten running.
Telling you what, folks, this is just exciting. You might need a little choke. Sorry.
Never some problem. Are we out of gas?